Hey, hey everybody, Bob here. We just put session 10 behind us. This was another dungeon crawl. We're done now with the Dead Warrens dungeon. The party mostly overpulled again. We put some pretty serious damage on them. I didn't get to test Cabbage Head as much as I wanted to because they killed him so fast. They bottlenecked them through this hallway, and that was kind of a tactical error on my part, but it's fine. Just trying to kind of move the content through. They found all the pieces of the body, and I kind of helped them with the search after that because we were long. Ran the adventure long, and I wanted to go ahead and wrap it up at the chapter mark. Next week's session is going to be something the book describes as an interactive cutscene. That's fine. I can run those narrative pieces pretty well. Excuse me. So I won't have a whole lot of prep for that, but I am going to spend some prep time in the intervening week to make sure and get ready for the next chapter and maybe prep up a couple of different adventures or segments of the adventure. So yeah, all of the items and stuff were found, and I basically gave them all the treasure, and so we used all the pins this time. That's pretty good. We did the dungeon crawl. They tried to sleep in the dungeon, and like it's not a realistic thing. So the book says that Vrieg only gets up 2 or 3 hours a day. So I let them get a short rest in, and I went ahead and applied that and let them do the hit die for that, even though they weren't trying to short rest. I gave it to them, and then Vrieg tried to kill them. He failed because of the way the action economy works. And they do quite a bit of damage. There's several of them and stuff. But I got an ogre zombie out after them. They overpulled again, but it's fine. People were on the ropes, but nobody died, and I don't think it was even all that close. Like, I managed to hit them all with a blast spell. They were all lined up in a line, and I figured, well, from an action economy perspective, I probably should summon a skeleton right now, but they're all lined up in a line, so let's just blast them all and see what happens. And the damage wasn't that great. I rolled like 3 1s and 2 6s or something. So, middling damage, but it's fine. And then, of course, they turned around and rebuked those, I think it was 22 points, and killed him from that. So that's fine. Good times. So, yeah, nothing too much to report. From a conversion standpoint, no complaints. I mentioned in a couple sessions ago that I haven't been converting the items, and I'm just leaving them alone. They've got a potion that gives them +10 to perception checks, which is a very 3rd edition type thing. I don't care. It's fine. +10 to perception checks is something that we can adjudicate, right? I mean, 5th edition, strictly speaking, it should give advantage or something. But there's Pass Without Trace, which gives a +20, so it's not unheard of. But there's nothing foreign enough about those rules that I can't figure out what it should do in the 5th edition game. So strictly speaking, I don't feel like I actually need to convert the item. Like I said, next week we're going to be gearing up for the execution and the events that happen there, and then the at least the first couple missions. And I'll probably have some more conversion notes to speak to after that game. But tonight's game is super straightforward, and aside from making sure that there were consequences when they tried to rest in the dungeon, nothing really noteworthy to talk about from a dungeon master's perspective. I think that's it. If I think of anything else, I'll get back on here and record. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you, everybody, for following along so far. We'll talk to you real soon.